Okay, we're back. What we were doing is we're working on the beard here, so let's do that first. And let me take a look here. I'm going to bring this down just a tad yet. I try to get it the same distance from both sides over here, if you can. I'm trying to think where to go next. Okay, I'm going to use my other knife. I'm going to bring this down and around, outline its beard. It's a stop cut, and then we're going to come back and we're going to just slice it out here. It's a little tricky around here, and what you want to do is you want to make it a little bit deeper, right at that little cut where the beard and the hat meet. Alright, and you're just going to bring that out like that. See? Just like that. And then we're going to bring this up. It's kind of hard to do this. I understand that because you're working right on the edge here. The grain is running up and down, but you have to be mindful of it sometimes, you know, when you're working on this. And then we're going to go around and we're going to do the other side. Now you don't have to go real deep the first time you do this. If you're not comfortable, take a small cut and then redo it again at your convenience. You know, if you're not comfortable making a deep cut, it's always okay to make smaller cuts. I would recommend that for any beginner until you know how to control your knife. Again, we're going to go deeper right up at the top here where these two things meet, and kind of undercut that a little bit. And we're going to recut that a little bit again. These are fun projects to do in an evening if you're sitting around, you know, or want to work on something kind of quick. It's not going to take a lot of time to make these. If you make these small enough, you can make them into a bottle stopper, and that's what I'll probably do with a couple of them for next year for people. And I'm going to discuss that later about bottle stoppers and which ones you should be using, which ones you should avoid, and such, and how to put things in there. Alright, so now we have that done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start sweeping out from the bottom part of the beard up. Now you don't want to go all the way to the end here. You just want to sweep this out. And I'm making a pretty good, I want to make a real impression of it being flowing down and out. Okay? Just like so. There you go. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to put his mustache in. You go up a little ways on the nose there. Just round this off just a tad because it's going to be too crazy, too far out anyway. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back up. This is where you want some depth. Bring this up a little further and then bring this down. Okay, that's a little bit too far. Bring this up a little bit further. That's too far down. Alright. Alright, now the thing we're going to do is we're going to do a stop cut here. See, that's not rounded enough. It's hard to match things side to side, folks, even for us that have been carving for a while. We have a general idea where we want things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to put a good deep cut on both sides of the beard. Notice my angle of the knife. The beauty of cutting just with a knife, it's so nice to be able to just use this as your tool. Now I just did a little triangular cut there, right next to the nose, and we're going to bring this up and around. or down, either way, whichever is the less resistant. You'll feel that knife. See, now I'm resisting there. I need to turn it around and come the other way. Okay. I'll do the same thing over here. Alright. Now, alright. I'm going to go down a little deeper here. Alright, now we're going to go from the front and do the same thing. Match it to the bottom part of that mustache on both sides. On both sides. Just like so. And this should be pretty deep, right where the mustache and the beard meet. Okay? I'm going to see if I can purchase some of the stainless steel bottle stuffers. I should have gotten some when I was at the show and I didn't think of it till now, of course. But they are a safer way to do things is with the stainless steel than with the cork. But you can use the cork, it's up to you. See, it's going in different directions, so you kind of have to be careful when you cut this. I'm going to use my other knife because it's a little thinner. I'll probably get a cleaner cut. We already started mowing here again. It's crazy. Alright, so now we're going to trim down, round off the hard edge of that mustache. Okay, we have his mouth in there. Alright, and we're going to do a couple things yet. We're going to round off the top here. Now it doesn't look real deep, but we're going to make it much deeper, and we're going to make it look much more in depth in just a second. The next thing we need to do, we're going to try to get all the primary features out first, and then we're going to go back over it, alright? And I'll show you that in a second here. This is going to come down. This is going to come down and around like so, okay? And we're going to try to get that at the same location on the other side. Now the next thing we need to do before we even do that, let's round off this beard a little bit. Alright, we're going to just round this off. And I see we're almost out of time again, so what I'm going to do is come back and show you after we're done with this. Okay, we'll be right back.